I had to include this because, I mean, he walks a little slow for my liking, but look at that. The horse cart on a loop is a little distracting after a while, so I would lose that for now, to be honest. But look at it. Oodles of atmosphere, Jack the Ripper, like atmosphere. Bit of smog, we've got a bit of light from the windows. We've got inside as well, by the looks of it, or at least the hint of an inside. Stonework looks grimy, smogged up. The lovely London street. Look at this. That's lovely. So well done. I love these barrels too. Those barrels are nicely done, you know. Yeah, I would just lose that horse and cart, whatever it is, on a loop. Now, I don't know if I can go in anywhere. I don't think so. It's only a very small location, but I still think it's worth showing, because this is what I used to do. People used to do this all the time, and I think they need to go back to it. This is a great way to begin with, to make convincing atmospheric locations like this. You've got verticality, you've got a sense of scale. It would be quite interesting to walk around in this small location in VR, I think. I'd like to know how heavy it is on the thermo, if the person making this is watching. I can't imagine it being too high. And this brickwork, you see, this is that. I was saying this in another creation, I can't remember which one it was. But doesn't that just work lovely? And I would imagine that's a hell of a lot cheaper. Could be wrong. Could be wrong there. Very, very sedate colours. Greys. Shadows. Just a hint of orange. A very delicate, very light, pale orange. But yeah, could do with moving around a bit faster. Not much, just at the moment I feel like I'm sneaking. Let's have a look round this corner. But I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Another one. Another one. I admire the build. I admire the atmosphere you're going for. And I think you've achieved it. I do think you've achieved it. And you've achieved it well. A lot of detail here. Like I said, it's easy to look at something like this and take it for granted. I don't. I don't think anybody should take anything for granted in dreams, because it's not that easy. Oh look, watch the step, it's a big one. But yeah, wonderful stuff. I like this, very atmospheric, well done. Definitely in the shorts. Like I said, I think the generic fog needs to be removed on all games. If you want fog, put the fog in yourself. I do realise that's a little heavier on the thermo, but you've got more control. The reason I don't like the fog is because it covers the whole scene. And it's not really true fog, is it? Because you can see the flecks in it. And that's what I don't like the most. That and the fact that it shimmers when it's in the sky, which is a pity. I like to see static skies. because that's how skies look. It's one of the reasons No Man's Sky skies are now nowhere near as good as they used to be. They're constantly broiling. And that's not how skies are. Excellent stuff. Love it. Another nice environment. Half decent character. Taken assets from the community, put them all together to create an environment. I do hope this is a re-emergence of people doing this, because this is a great way of learning how to put levels together. This sign is here, and maybe somewhere through there will open up at some point. It doesn't matter that there's no objective. What matters is that the person making this level is learning the craft of putting a level together. He's having to think about the colours, the way the colours work together or don't work together, adding movement and sound effects, picking the right music, making sure that things don't just look like they're built on a grid, that the houses are angled, things are laid at slight angles so that they don't look like they're on a grid. That's what makes things look organic and feel organic. That's what's the that is the essence of a village versus a town. What you feel from walking around in the village isn't just a quaintness. That quaintness is born out of the fact that villages are not built on grids. They're not a whole estate built because of planning permission. One house has sprung up here, then another house has sprung up there, and it's grown organically like nature, as if nature has just thrown a seed for a house to grow. That's what makes villages feel more personal and more quaint, more cosy, more natural. And that's what makes Japanese RPGs feel quaint and charming. This is a lovely little environment. Well done to this creator. You deserve to be in a short. So here you are. Love it. I love it. I just love this sort of thing. More of this, please. More of this. This was what my shots were all about, really. And funnily enough, I began my snippets in order to ameliorate a problem with gathering footage for shorts. But yesterday and today I found a few that I thought, yeah, I can make shorts with. Now you're going to look at this and you can think, nah, it's not the best in the world. But the thing about this, people put a lot of effort into the characters, do a lot of work, but this character is controllable. This character jumps, it's a little bit hectic, but it works and it's not janky. And as much as you might say, yeah, I've seen better than this, well, yeah, you have. But this is probably someone who's just began and they're giving it their best. And this is what the shorts were for. The prospects. You know? It's colourful. It's nicely done. The character's controllable, and so therefore it's fun. The character's the most important thing, in my opinion. Not just my opinion, actually. I've listened to developers talk about it too, especially Naughty Dog. But you really do need to start with the character and then build a world around the character. Not just from a narrative perspective, but from a practical perspective. Because knowing how high the character jumps, how it responds in the air, is important to building the level, isn't it? If you're not entirely sure how the character moves, or what character you're going to use, you can spend hours building a level only to bring the character in and find that you have to adjust everything in the level because the character can't make the jumps. So the best bet is to take a character and build a level around it. And I just like this. As simple as it looks, I like this level. And these are the sort of creators I enjoy the most. They're not showing off, they're not trying to impress. They're just trying to entertain. And I am entertained. This is a lovely little level. So well done. And I don't know if that ends the level or not. But look, it's very well done. It's quite nice. And this character isn't bad, you know. Like I said, it's snappy. Look. That's solid. That's solid. It's solid. Squatter characters are far better. The mannequin as it stands, if you use the mannequin as its normal size, or even enlarge it slightly, then you introduce so much jank and wobbliness. But you make the character a little squatter, a little tighter. I mean, clearly that's what's happened here. Shrunk it down, which is why it moves faster. I would slow that down a tad, but nevertheless, it's nice. Some nice imagery going on here. As simple as you might think it looks, it's nice. It's stark, it's colourful, and a certain amount of thought has gone into the layout. So let's just have a quick look, see if I can get through this door. See if it does end it indeed. Now, that looks like it probably will end it. But yeah, this is in the shorts because this is what the shorts are about. Prospects. Prospects. I like this. Well done. And here we have something from a good friend of mine, Scary Biscuit. Now, if I keep moving back and forth here, what do you think I'm going to say? Now, I don't know if this looks different on a Pro. I am interested to find out. When I'm moving back and forth, what am I going to say? This parallax scrolling, I would recommend removing the fog and removing the depth of field, because I'm seeing an extremely blurry image on my PlayStation 4, and I think this deserves clarity, you know. Because it's a lovely concept. It's just a little obscured by the effects. Especially these in the foreground, these little blobs that keep appearing. All in all, though, it's an excellent piece of work and another step forward for Scary Biscuit. What I'd like to see him do now, though, because he reminds me a little bit of oh, what's his name? What's his name now? Slim Mackenzie. And he's moving from one project to the next very rapidly, and never quite getting to the point where he hones something perfectly. And I think Slim Mackenzie has finally learnt, because he made Castaway, which was a complete game and excellent. And then he went on to make the even better. Well, depends on what you like, I suppose. But I consider it better. Technically. Though. And the puppet is not. I think you need to consider the puppet you use as well. It introduces a little bit of jank. The puppet makes it feel a little loose. But it's excellent. It's excellent stuff. I couldn't figure this out, this bit here. Could not figure out what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay. Okay, I got past that bit. But cool, yeah, I mean, it's excellent. It's just I don't quite understand this depth of field that makes everything blade. And then you add fog onto the top of that, which makes things look even more blade. To me, I want a nice, crisp image for something like this. Right, and off we go. But it's lovely. It's lovely. I think it's time, my good friend, to settle down and really bed in with one game. I think you'll benefit a lot from doing that. I see a lot of myself. Oh dear. I see a lot of myself. Oops. In you and in Slim Mackenzie. I used to write lots of short stories. I never quite honed my craft. It wasn't until I started writing novels that I started really getting serious. Oh right, okay. One more attempt there. One more go. I think I've got to jump up there, haven't I? I have? Yep. And over the top. It's a nicely put together level. It's got good ideas. Whoa. Well, I died. But yes, excellent. I just want to see more clarity of the image. I want the background. I don't want the depth of field, and I don't want the fog. Now, like I said, I'm beginning to wonder if people have got pros and whether perhaps it looks different on a pro. That's what I'm starting to wonder. I'd be interested to know. Just let me know in the comment section. What does this look like on a pro? Because on the PlayStation 4, I am getting the image obscured by the fog, and the depth of field is making it look extremely blurry, below 720p, and I'm supposed to be looking at 1080p image. It's not the sharpness. I'm not against fog, as I said. I prefer the fog to be placed carefully rather than it taking over the whole screen. I think that's the way forward. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Love it.